We usually see several strong performances from emerging players every week, and week 3 is not any different. I'm Nate, and Aaman is here with me, of course, to talk about this week's Dafanews Emerging Player of the Week. Aaman, what do we got this week?
It was an exciting weekend of cricket, and especially in the youth world, as it always is in minor league cricket. I thought there were performances all over the country, whether we're talking about the East Coast or the West Coast.
Yeah, definitely. I think we got a lot of good performers. One of them was former USA U19 player Sohan Bhatt, took I think 3 wickets this weekend. Obviously we had Thadani taking 3 wickets as well. Adnesh Tondale played pretty well. He's starting to be a real contributor for San Diego, and they're certainly going to need him. He's going to get it seems to be he's going to get some chances there. Matthew Tromp didn't really have a great weekend, didn't really stand out this weekend, playing away from home.
But we have a guy in Athul Iyer who plays for the Fort Lauderdale Lions, took 4 wickets, and in his one innings took 4 wickets for 14 runs. So had a brilliant one innings. In the second match, didn't have quite as much success, but he's a newcomer on to at least this show. We haven't talked about him a lot. Finally been given a real opportunity and was able to convert with a 4-wicket haul.
Great. And of course we saw Sai with 73 runs, Soorya Selvakumar with 5 wickets. One of the games he was absolutely dominant against St. Louis, with 4 wickets for 11 runs, helping them kind of come back at the end of the weekend and seal a victory to keep themselves at the top of the table in the Central. That was a really big game from him.
Yeah, it was. It was really special to see him do that again. They lost to Chicago earlier in the week, and they needed to find a way to keep the wins going and not get on a 2-game losing streak, allow that Central Division to get closer, and he was able to deliver for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that division looks kind of up for grabs right now. Some of the teams that we were used to seeing, well, I mean, the league's only 2 years old, but some of the teams that dominated last year really aren't doing much this year. Either losing close games or just don't really look like a good team right now. And instead we have, these other teams, saying, hey, look, the division's not dead. We got a good division here. So who else do we have? I think we talked about just about everybody. Sanjay Krishnamurthi with 4 wickets for 17, East Bay, Blazers versus Golden State. Didn't really bat well this weekend. Saideep Ganesh scoring 56 runs in that heartbreaking loss to the Silicon Valley Strikers. He nearly put them over the edge. So, I mean, he's coming on strong. It's worth talking about him too. Who's it come down for you?
I think there's a couple of names on there. I think Sanjay is one of the 3 names. I think Soorya Selvakumar is one, and I think Saideep Mukkamala is always in the conversation. I think he puts himself right back there in the top 3. But I do think there's one that kind of sticks out above the rest. And to me, for this week, the Dafanews Emerging Player of the Week would be Soorya Selvakumar with his 5 wickets, giving up just 34 runs. Again, 4 wickets, giving up 11 runs in 1 innings, winning player of the match. I think he had an all-around special weekend. I think he deserves to be this week's Emerging Player of the Week.
Certainly. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think he stood out to me. Obviously, we make a big deal about contributions in a winning effort, and he certainly shut the door on St. Louis, and St. Louis was nipping on their heels. St. Louis is saying, hey, we're right here. We're part of this. We're part of the playoff conversation, along with obviously Dallas. So, that division's looking really weird this season. And so you're going to have big performances from everybody to stand out on the top of that division, take advantage of the fact that the division's kind of weird right now. Yeah, Matthew Comrie for Orlando is another guy we didn't mention who took 3 wickets. Excellent job from him. We know from our Insta conversation the other night how to pronounce his name. It's Comrie, not Comrie, but I don't think he's good. I don't think he minds that much. But yeah, Matthew took 3 wickets. So there you go, everybody. Soorya Selvakumar is this week's Dafanews Emerging Player of the Week. And thank you for joining me, Aaman. This was a brief one. Yeah, we've got so much to look forward to next weekend. I can't wait. You're going to be down in St. Louis, right?
Yep.
Excellent. That's great. Great news. I'm sure everybody there will be happy to see you. I'm sure you can't wait to see what kind of a fan base they've got.
It should be exciting going over to St. Louis. I know the ground has looked great. Saw some aerial shots, and again, not sure it's going to quite compete with Church Street Park, but always excited to see cricket all over the country.
Yeah, and you might be able to witness this week's Emerging Player of the Week in person over in St. Louis. So good luck to you there, and have a great time.
Thank you so much, Nate.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us.